Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC coming to you from the man cave. As you can see before you on the very hard to find Hobby King balanced CG stand is the Freewing 70mm, the all new F-22. And cannot wait to fly it, cannot wait to get in the air. But I am looking down the barrel of Hurricane Malicious Milton. Where I live in Polk County, Florida, I'm pretty much going to be getting directly hit. It's going to be shaving right across the top of my head, and which you don't want to be on the underside of a hurricane, but that's where we're going to be. So this will be my last probably video I'll be making. Everything else that you'll be seeing on my site from October 7th on will be pre-recorded and already got loaded up, and as long as I've got my phone, I'll be able to release them, maybe every one a day or something until I run out of videos. I got about 8 or 9 videos on there, or well, actually about 6 videos when I add this one. So just a little update. I am right in the path of Milton, me and my family, but this is not our first hurricane. I'm 55 years old, and I've been in Florida since I was 5. I've lived through many hurricanes. We know what to do. We know how to hunker down, and we know how to. We're Floridians. We're used to it. We hate it, but we're used to it. So we'll be okay, just to let you know. However, it may affect my ability to fly for a while. So just let you all know about that. Okay, as you can see, it's balanced. And just like I like to do with all of my, and this is the radio rates and CG videos, I like to do with all these videos, I start out with CG because it's the number one most important part of setting up any airplane is center of gravity. And the center of gravity for this particular plane, according to the manufacturer, is 108 millimeters back from the leading edge. Now, lots of leading edge root, okay? Remember, leading edge is the front part of the wing, but the root is where the fuse touches the wing, where they join. So you go from the root, well, there's right here at this corner, and you go back 108, okay? And I've got marks on both sides, but she balances perfectly right there. Now, if I pull the gear in, the way I like it, she maybe starts to be well, she's fine. I thought it would be a little bit nose heavy, but as you can see, I pulled the gear in. Retractable. Nothing really changes, okay? I've even got the fan blowing up here, and nothing really changes. So that is excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and put the gear back up because I want to show you. Pick the plane up. Remember that nose gear, those doors, they flow down, they close afterwards. Let's put the plane on our backside. Okay. Here are my gyros. Put it on the fingers. Perfect. Okay. And then the way you're flying, of course you fly inverted too, I know, but on your, this is the way you do it at the field. So 108 is perfect. All right. And I always do it both with gear down, gear up, because for every person that says you should do CG with the gear down, I got the same amount of people that say you should do it with the gear up. So there, gear's down, and she's not diving or ballooning, tail heavy, grossly nose heavy. Either way, just a slight variance, but hey, she's good. But you're thinking, well, 108 is great. So this 108 is great, provided you put the battery in the right spot, because that's your weight. You don't have much variance in here. If you put a 5,000, you have a little bit of room. Really, either way, you don't have much room. So I've got my 4,000. So what I have in here right now is a 4,000 HR. Actually, that's an HRB, 4,000 HRB, right dead center of the strap. Okay, so you can see the back of the battery is sort of even with these white foam structures. If I put a 5,000, I'm going to probably have the battery back maybe another 1/3 of an inch back a little bit further, not much more. So the middle of the strap, I've left the strap in where it is, and then so they're back. So you can see right in the middle of that strap for a 4,000, the battery strap. Other than that, go back a little bit further if you go with a bigger battery, but nothing larger than a 5,000. Really, probably a 4,000 6S is going to be tailor-made for this plane. All right, and then right beside it, should have showed you. If you look at that bottom, see those lights flashing in there? That is the 7-channel Lemon RX Gen 2 stabilized receiver. Now, it does not have self-level. It just has the wind gyro. You probably heard those gyros moving as I was moving the plane around. I've got the gyro here. They're all the way up. So look at the game grossly. Okay, so if I'm flying along and if I need that much correction, then I'm in too much wind. But if I turn it all the way down, next to no correction at all. Okay, so, and I have on aux 2 on my roller is where I have the gains assigned to. This you'll need a 7-channel if you want to use reverse thrust. I would be willing to imagine that, however, with a good flap setting,
landing flaps,
and coming in at a high alpha, which this can definitely high alpha, you probably won't even need reverse thrust. But if I want to review a plane and show everything that it has offered, then I've got to, use everything it has available. And it does have reverse thrust. So on the 7-channel receiver, I've put that into the 7th channel, obviously. Now, 7 channel. Okay, let's talk about rates. Now, fortunately, Freewing is finally starting to learn that in their manuals, a lot of people fly with Spectrum, and Spectrum is by percentages. So with the rates, they give you a high and a low, and then I pick a middle. I like to have a mid rate, just for giggles. And my low rate, according to the book on the aileron, your low rate is 80, and your high rate is 100. Okay, for aileron. Elevator, low rate is 60, high rate is 80. On the rudder, low is 80, high is 100. Okay. Flaps, however, they do not give you a percentage. They give you a high and a low, which would be like your takeoff
flaps,
and then your landing
flaps.
Okay. Now, this is what, and I don't know if there's any elevator to flap mix. Probably not. But we'll know when we fly, and that's something I will go over once we fly, because you just don't know until you fly it. I mean, honestly, you don't. Now, unless the book says this is a requirement to fly it right, you don't know until you fly. Okay, obviously with the flaps up, no, nothing. But with the takeoff flaps, all right, they're saying 24 millimeters down, and that's what that looks like. And then for high rate, for landing flaps, 33. Not that much of a difference, okay?
Takeoff flaps.
So there's very little. I do have it on 2-second deployment. So that's 24 for takeoff,
landing flaps,
and 33 for landing.
Flaps up.
We'll worry about a flap to elevator mix once I get her in the air, and I'll see. And if I had deployed landing flaps and she stays straight and doesn't go up or down on me, then I'm not going. There's no mix needed. Then we'll just run with the rates. But if it does need a little bit of mix, then I'll employ a flight mode. And as you've seen my one video on how to do a flight mode, you have it set up and then you record the value. So if you're flying along and you've got your takeoff, your takeoff or your landing flaps in, and she starts to dive a little bit, you just put in a pullback on your elevator trim, a little bit up elevator, until she levels out. Okay, and then when she levels out, let go of the trim, and then that flight mode records it. You're done. You're done. I forgot, I didn't actually show you what the rates look like on the control throws. I showed you the flaps, but I didn't show you elevator or rudder or aileron. Okay, and you need to see what that looks like. I told you 80%. I told you for high rates on aileron was 100% with low rate of 80. Okay.
Low rates.
Let me get the camera where you can see. Okay. All right. This is low rate aileron. Remember, that's 80. Okay. The mid I picked,
Mid rates.
I believe probably 70. Or, I'm sorry, 90. There's mid.
High rates.
And there's actually high. Okay. All right. Now, the rudder is the exact same.
Low rates.
Okay. There's low of 80.
Mid rate. Prop secured. Safe to
mid
approach.
of 90, and then
Low
high of 100. Okay, elevator is the one that's a little bit different. The elevator low rate, the way it is 60. This is what this looks like. This is the mid
rates,
which is 70 is what I picked for a mid rate. Okay,
high
and then
rates.
this is high, which is 80, which that's a good amount. Now you could go on there. As I get more comfortable, I'll probably end up going to 100% over 30% expo on everything. And as of right now, I do have 30% expo all the way around. So just to let you know, I realized I did the flaps demonstration, but I didn't actually show you the control surface demonstration. So there you go. All right, we'll put that in the video. That's all you got to do. Okay. So we went over rates. We went over the flaps. We went over the CG. We went over a battery placement. We went over the receiver, what I put in. Some of the features on the plane is, number one, you need a Phillips head screwdriver for everything. Okay. Number two, there is plastic here, plastic here, plastic and different, all kinds of areas. There's plastic around trim, plastic on the front of the inlets here. This entire canopy here is all plastic. The nose cone is plastic. Well, yeah, from this point up is all plastic. The only thing I've modded with the plane is I've given her a clear coat. Oh, magnet came off. Yeah, that's normal. I gave her a clear coat. I did put in the, now normally I use KM model afterburners. You all know how much I love them. But in this particular plane, I purchased the Freewing double, there's a word for it, trunked, I don't know. But I put in the Freewing double afterburner because I just wanted to, I bought the receiver from Freewing, the plane would be Freewing, and then the afterburner would be Freewing. So just to show you, it's going to get loud. Well, maybe I don't have it plugged in. Hold on. I thought I plugged it in. Apparently, I did not. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, I did. I keep forgetting with a Freewing afterburner, you got to get up over like 25% throttle. I can't get it that loud in here, and I'll blow the camera away. But that has the double afterburners that come off of it. Let's show you the gear one more time because I want you to pay attention to the time that it takes for the gear to go up and down. It's pretty quick, but the doors are what you're waiting on there. Okay, so that's good. Now, the wing is a quick release. If you hit these buttons here, see how they extend. If you see white, don't fly. If you don't see white, might as well stick. If you don't see white, you're good to go. Okay? Now, that wing's in there. Okay? So, and all you guys, that little quick connect ribbon that just pops right in place. That's all you need. Now, setting up your elevators, this is the only thing that really requires you a little bit of measurement. Okay? When you go to hook up your elevators, you make sure your servos are centered. I can't really show you right. Let me put the flaps down, maybe I can show you.
Take off flaps.
Alright. See that little black mark right there? You're going to measure from the top of the fuse. You're going to measure in. The book says 8 millimeters. Wesley's video said that on the setup video on Motion RC official site says 6 millimeters. So I picked the difference and I put in 7 millimeters. So you're going to line up your elevators right above that little fill line there, and you're going to put your blow black dot right there, 7 millimeters down from the very top of the fuse, not the bottom, but from the top. And then line the front of your elevators up on both sides with that. And then when you look down the back, you see how they're just slightly up, not perfectly trimmed with the back of the fuse. See how they're just up just a touch? That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for.
Flex up.
Okay, just give you another shot of that. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Try not to drop the plane. And this is what I'm talking about. See how they're just ever so slightly up? Okay, that's what you're looking for. All right. Can't really think of anything else to go over. We've talked about CG. We talked about rates. Talked about some of the features of the plane. There are no lights unless you add an afterburner. It does have very nice suspension. I just cannot wait to get her in the air. But like I say, a malicious MILTON is not going to let me fly for a while. Here it is Monday night, and we're supposed to start really feeling the effects Wednesday. And I still need, I got to put my family in my house first, and we got to do some more prep. And just fortunately, I just happen to be on vacation. I'm not required to go back to work until next Friday night after the hurricane's over. So that's the way it is. I just happen to be on vacation. What a way to spend it, right? All right, but I'm not concerned. The good Lord's gotten us through many hurricanes. He'll get us through this one. God bless y'all. Thank you for watching. And if you have any comments, I'll do my best to answer, but it's going to depend on whether I have internet service or not. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be losing almost everything for probably several weeks. So keep Black Fat Guy and his family in your prayers, and this whole area and all these people affected by this monster storm is going to hit us. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then F-22s from RC Castle or Motion RC. Up to you. Bye-bye.